right. So we gotta cover this news, man. I tell you what, like, don't worry, I'm working up to it. We'll get there. So it was only like yesterday, the day before, I did a video showcasing that we actually do on the Steam page. It was mentioning crossplay. Now, up until recently, Mortal Kombat 1 had only shown that it was a single player game. Right? So it was really strange that, like, we knew it was going to have online, you know. So, and then we got essentially all the information, you know, crossplay. Bad news is that there's going to be DRM in there because of anti-tampering, which basically translates to, we don't want people to use other means to bypass our insane grind in the game. So we're going to make it impossible to do, but that won't last long on PC. I'm not talking about people cheating online in PvP play. I'm talking about single player modes that basically require you to give up life in order to get anywhere or any sort of semblance. NetherRealm, Warner Brothers, if you would be so kind as to possibly just, you know, let the people who are buying your effing game know what exactly is going on. Okay? I'm just, you know, I mean, I know it sounds like a weird concept in that your customers know what your product's going to be doing, but it seems that either company, whether it's Warner Brothers or NetherRealm, don't seem to give a crap about making sure that the customer knows exactly what they're paying for. We literally have had to find out stuff from like Brazilian leaks, you know, from people who have actually found out this information either from the back of a box or from a PlayStation or Xbox store, right? We still haven't heard anything whatsoever from any Kombat cast, from Ed Boon, from anyone at NetherRealm, nothing, right? You know why? You know why there's no marketing? I'll make it really simple. Because of you effing shills out there. All you clowns. You guys have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. You guys have made it. And you know how you made it? Right? I want you to poke your tongue out and tell me what gradient the color is of brown. Because that's exactly what you have done. You have systematically and quite openly licked the booty for a very long time. So you could get the doors open. So you could get the interviews. So you could get all the back rubs and, you know, wonderful marketing that they can throw at you. But you don't call out anything bad. You just sit there and shut up and don't say anything bad, right? You don't call out, you know, I mean, maybe a couple might mention, you know, oh, you know, there's lack of communication. Lack of communication. Their last game, MK11, was literally a gigantic loot box, right? Loot boxing so bad that countries around the world have started to outlaw it because of its gambling nature. NetherRealm just, you know, oh, here you go, just have a giant loot box, you know, waste your time, whatever, right? Did we hear anything from the shills? No. Not a peep. You wanna know why? Because they don't actually care about you as the customer, right? See, they're making their money because they convince people that what they're telling you is all legit and all real and everything's roses and wonderful. Now, I love Mortal Kombat, right? I get comments all the time, oh, you're Debbie Downer, you're so negative. No, I'm negative because I have seen the company systematically go through changes that have been to the detriment of the consumer. I don't give a shit about the company. What I care about is whether or not the product I paid for is not gonna, you know, give me bruising in parts of the body that you should not have bruising, right? How is it that you have a premium currency being sold as part of your pre-order and pre-purchase for the premium edition of the game, yet no one official from Warner Brothers or NetherRealm has come out to said anything? Nobody has come out to explain how and why it's being used. No. You know how we got that information? We got it from like third party. So from like the Xbox or PlayStation store. That's how we got the information. You know, sometimes I call that bad communication. Yeah, that's the least of the problems, bro. Dude, that's the least of the problems. And now you do crap like this, right? No crossplay. You know whose fault it is? Apart from Warner Brothers and NetherRealm, it's all the shills. You wanna know why? It's really simple. NetherRealm and Warner Brothers, they don't need Mortal Kombat marketing. They have you idiots to do it for them. For free. They don't even pay you for it. It's the people that put the ads on your YouTube videos that are actually paying you to do it. They're not even paying it. You are literally marketing this game for free, right? And they know that. That's why you keep licking the booty, check your color of the tongue, you know, which shade of brown it is. This is the exact reason why their marketing is crap. Why their combat cast. I mean, I have more testosterone in my big toe than the entirety of the 3 people that are showcasing the combat cast. Oh, here's this is Scorpion. I mean, special moves, and then we do some combos. Oh, it's amazing, so good. And then we're gonna do birthday shoutouts. I don't give a shit about people's birthday shoutouts. In a combat cast that's supposed to be sitting there trying to convince people why people should spend money on their game. This attitude that I have applies to every single piece of thing that you buy. Okay? These things, these companies don't exist. Their products do not exist without us partaking in the purchasing of it. Right? If they put out crap, we don't buy it, and they have to rethink their strategy or go bankrupt or whatever they do. Look at what happened with Volition Studios. I see all these companies coming, oh, poor Volition Studios. Why you feel sorry for them? They literally sucked at the teat of woke. They literally tanked their entire Saints Row franchise to appease 3% of weirdos. And the entire company is now gone. Right? You know why? Because the effing weirdos don't buy the game. They sit there and they bitch and moan and complain on Twitter. And they are no different to the shills that sit there and just go, oh, why can't you just be more positive? Why can't you just love this game? You know, everything's wonderful, everything's roses about it. You know why? Because these people know that by licking the booty, they get the doors open, they get the opportunities, and that's the only reason why they do it. They don't actually give a shit about you. They don't care about you as their subscriber. They don't care about being honest, about telling you, you know what? What's your real opinion about this game? Right? There's not many, like, I'm an old school YouTuber. That's all I know how to do. Right? And back in those days, the shills that we have now would have been laughed out of the community. Why? Because everyone realized that they were full of crap. And they were just lying through their teeth. And just, you know, greasing the wheels. Not for you, not for your benefit. For their benefit, to get somewhere. I'll be real. I'm growing on here, not because of me, it's because of you. If I get money from YouTube, it's not because of me, it's because of you. You pay me to do this, right? I am in an extremely lucky position, even though I'm small, to be slightly making something right now. And that is because of you guys, right? And the reason why that is, hopefully, it's because I am giving you, at least to a degree, my authentic opinions on what's going on or what I think about certain fighting games. That's all I can do, right? Because without there's nothing there, right? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea the amount of people I have come to my videos, or I've seen on other people's videos, complaining about the shills, right? Complaining about the stands and whatnot. You know, we see Losty having some guy lose his mind at her, and I said that was wrong. Obviously, that guy did that. But what do you think happens when you sit there and you try and foster this weird, you know, oh, we've all got to be happy and hold hands and sing "We Are the World" type crap? It doesn't work, man. Right? Because what you do is people soon catch on to the con and they realize that you're full of shit. They realize that you aren't actually being honest about it and you're only out for yourself. And that is the reason why Warner Brothers don't advertise their games anymore. Because you are literally their free advertisement campaign agency. They don't need to do anything. They could just sit there and go, oh, you know, we don't have to do anything. These people just make up stuff. And they do. We have literally people on YouTube here saying, oh, from my source. Trust my source, bro. No evidence. At the very least, when I cover crap, and some other people I know that cover crap, they actually show where they found it, so they can go, look, this is what I'm seeing. You guys are seeing it. What do you reckon? This is not just about crossplay being removed, right? The fact is that, so me and my son, like I've pre-ordered for both of us because we're MK fans. The price is $140 each. That's $280 Australian in this house that we are paying to play this effing game. And you know how many betas we got? Do you know how many betas we got? It's the amount of penises you can find on a woman. 0! 0 betas. We got 0 betas to try out to see whether or not this game would actually run. And not to, you know, and to add insult to injury, what do? They add DRM copy protection to the game, which we, as many PC user knows, can greatly hinder the experience of the game because this stupid copy protection is dialing home all the time, causing the game to lag and not run properly. And that is why 100% of the time these companies will remove the DRM after a while because it completely degrades the experience. We are paying the same amount as everyone else is, including Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox. And yet, Nintendo and PC, we don't get the ability to try the game out before everyone else. You know, we pre-ordered, you know, I pre-ordered after the beta, but say we'd pre-ordered so we could get access to a beta for PC, I would have done it. But no, you don't give a shit. NetherRealm, Warner Brothers, all the shills, you don't actually care about the experience for the gamer. All you care about is yourself and everyone else can see it. And that is the reason why things like, you know, removing cross-platform multiplayer is a direct result of shills not actually being truthful for years. Sitting there and just sucking that ass for years and not calling out anything bad for years. While other fighting games out there are little tiny anime fighting games that actually have crossplay, right? A far smaller team, you know, far less resources. They have more, you know, they actually have that in their game. Like, but what does Warner Brothers do? What does NetherRealm do? They've removed 2 Mortal Kombat games from being sold. They removed MK9, MK 2011. They removed the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection, right? I don't know why you would do that. You know, if it was a Freddy license issue for MK9, just patch him out of the game. You know, sell it at a slightly reduced price, cut Freddy out, everyone wins. But no, you do that because you were trying to force people onto the next game. It's the weirdest mentality. There's no other logical reason outside of that, right? No other reason. It's not like we're relying on their servers for PvP. We're literally connecting to other people. At least that's how it was with MK9, right? And MK Arcade Collection. But this is why we're in the situation we're in. Because, listen, if I added up all the shills YouTube subscriber counts, it would probably be in excess of about 2 to 3 million total people that have subscribed to a bunch of people that don't say anything negative. They just sit there and go, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for flying me out so I can lick the booty in person. Thank you so much for opening those doors and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit about any of that crap, right? I don't care. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is whether or not you can trust the person on the other side. And if they're telling you the truth, right? Did they call out any of the previous Mortal Kombat games for not having cross-platform multiplayer? When fighting games, even then, were still doing it? Do they call out their bad business practices and the loot boxing and the way that the crypt was designed in MK11, or the way they had the mother boxes done in Injustice 2, or the fact that they, you know, removed these previous Mortal Kombat games from being sold for absolutely no reason, none given, just, oh, they won't be available anymore. Nah, man. No, they're smart enough. They know that they've got you absolute clowns wrapped around their finger. You are their marketing department. They don't need to spend $1, right? They'll drop these trailers to reveal some characters and all that sort of crap. You know, they've done, I think they've done that amount of combat casts. If not, you know, maybe slightly more. I don't know. I'd have to check, right? I remember when they used to market a Mortal Kombat game, like they were out there all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't have the coof around anymore. There's no excuse not to do it. Okay? And given the modern day, you know, Ed Boon and other members of the team should be giving out interview. No, you know the interviews they only give them to? The people that lick the booty. The people that will sit there and ask the right questions. They won't ask, hey Ed Boon, what are these dragon crystals for? Hey Ed Boon, we noticed that some of these storylines that are coming out tied to John Tobias. Is he actually back on the team? Nobody asks shit. You just sit there and go, oh my god, it's amazing, it looks amazing, it's wonderful, I can't believe how amazing the fatalities are. Oh my god. It's the same copy and paste bullshit everywhere. And that's why they don't care that PC gamers are losing out. Because they don't care. Oh, they might make a video. Maybe. Right? You know what's going to happen? Two things are going to happen. Either Mortal Kombat is going to release on PC and Nintendo Switch and actually be decent, because Q-Lock and whoever else is developing it know that they can't mess up. Because the last time Mortal Kombat got messed up was Mortal Kombat 10, and that was by High Voltage, and that was an absolute disaster when it got launched on PC. For some weird reason, they decided to release the game in piecemeal. Oh, you can download 2 characters in a stage, and then in a few hours' time, you can get the rest. What? Put down the vape, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Just give us the game. You know, we don't have 56k modems anymore. We don't need to, you know, download piecemeal, you know, because it's so gigantic. We can do it all in one hit. So no, that's the first option. The second option will be that they'll release it. And because there's de novo in it and all these other issues, or because they have decided to not show a single shred at all of the Nintendo Switch version, yet they expect you to pre-order, they encourage you, the Kombat cast and their bullshit marketing going, oh, don't forget to pre-order so you can get Shang Tsung, don't forget to pre-order. Well, what's in the pre-order, boys and girls? What's those dragon crystals for? No, you shut up on your little couch in your little bullshit Kombat cast and you don't say anything. You won't explain anything. You just want our money and that's it. No questions asked. Right? I love Mortal Kombat, but I'm not going to sit there and lick the booty. I'm going to call this crap out. And you should too. Because you know what's funny? Is that these same people will have the same attitude for other stuff that they don't really care about. So they don't want to get screwed over by something that they don't overly care about. Because that game or that franchise or whatever, you know, that's not going to open doors for them. So it doesn't really matter if they badmouth it. NetherRealm, Warner Brothers, all the way down the drain for quite a while. And it's not just Mortal Kombat. Look what happened with, like, Shadow of War. Lord of the Rings. Right? The loot boxing in that game. In a single-player game, essentially. Like, yeah, there's the online part in terms of, like, you know, if somebody on your friends list gets killed, you know, the game notifies you, you can take revenge and all that sort of crap. But it's essentially a single-player experience, right? But they had loot boxes in it. It was so bad that they had to patch it out. These aren't good companies, right? And the fact that not a single massive YouTuber will sit there and actually put their feet to the fire and say, you know what? This is crap. How is it that Street Fighter 6 can launch with crossplay? Tekken 8, I guarantee it, will launch with crossplay. Is Tekken 7? Let me check. Is Tekken 7 cross-platform multiplayer? Let me check. I can't remember. Because I know I'm fine finding matches, but remote play together. Doesn't mention anything about cross-play. I don't know. It doesn't state on the Steam page, right? I wouldn't have a clue, but I guarantee you Tekken 8 will. Right? Nah, man. These people are accountable. Right? Because they don't actually care about their communities. They care about what they can get out of them to open doors. Right? They're not used to people like me coming along and going, hey, this is kind of crap. It's okay to love something and be critical of it. It doesn't mean that I'm a hater. It means that I care that much about it, that I don't want bad business practices to keep being used and exploitive of their consumer base. Unbelievable, man. Right? It's just another grain of sand on top of the heap of stuff. We should have heard from people in charge about the dragon crystals. We should, and still should. We still haven't heard anything, right? We get these obscure interviews coming from, you know, wherever, talking about, oh, this Scorpion storyline. I don't give a crap about Scorpion storyline right now. I want to know about what my money's going towards. Like, what exactly is this? Every single consumer out there, for whatever product there is on the market, you should, if you're not sure, or it seems like, you know, when the companies have, you know, shady business practices, you should be asking questions, man. God, no wonder you people get taken for a effing ride by some of these people, you know, because you just say, oh, I'll just consume the product and then get excited for next product. Just literally, you are the walking meme of that. So, in hindsight, just to finalize for this video, right, before I burst a blood vessel, it could very well be an error, and that could be great. It means that my entire over 20-minute rant will be all for naught. But they removed it. They added de novo DRM and then removed cross-platform multiplayer. But don't worry, shills. Here's what you can say. This is what they'll do. They'll do a shocked face like this, right? With some text here, you know, and some arbitrary AI created MK character, you know, because they don't have the functionality to create a thumbnail. He goes, crossplay removed. And then they'll be like, yeah, we just, you know, we noticed on the Steam page, crossplay removed, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, did you hear about that potential trailer that might be dropping? Huh? Isn't that amazing? So sick of the bullshit, man. I really am. I'm so sick of it. I've been an MK fan since the very beginning, right? I look around, this community's like, not all, and when I say this, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's just trash. Absolute trash, right? Just indulgent, self-centered, just bloody, you know, they don't care, man. They don't care. They don't care if they lie to you about a product. So you go out and spend $140 on a game, get it home and say, yeah, but this person on YouTube told me this was going to be great, right? Now the person on YouTube, oh, I didn't force them to do it. No. You sit there and you create a precedent of just hyper shilling crap. That's why people hate shills. Because you're the equivalent of a used car salesman, right? You're going to glam everything up and go, oh, this is wonderful, it's fantastic, it's beautiful, you know, don't worry about it, it's all great. Oh yeah, last owner was fantastic, you know, run great, it never had a problem. You get it home and there's no engine. But you was too stupid to ask, gee, I wonder why they had to tow truck my car home. I mean, why couldn't I just drive it? Like, you didn't think to pop the hood? Whatever, man. You know, I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect, not even close. But I will just say it like it is. It's as simple as that. At least you know here, and other channels like Total MK, and other ones, you know exactly what you're getting, right? And you will hear their opinion, right? And things that they like and they don't like, and that is it. And they won't sit there and shill crap, you know, and essentially, if, you know, and I've said this before, lying to their subscriber base because they refuse to address anything negative about the game, because if they do, they know that those doors will get closed. Anyway.
Okay, number 1 and 2 source.